It's Mrs. Ines back for the second section of Prelude and Fanfaronade by Kepke. And this next section has a real different feel to it. So we're in 2/4 now, and this is a lot, it's faster, first of all, and it's a lot brighter. There's a lot of staccatos in here. So it's a real kind of a bouncy feel to this. So looking at this very first section, one thing I want to point out is right here. So this is another one of those trombone slurs right there. If you have a trigger like me, it's real easy. All right, but probably most of you don't. So what I would recommend here, instead of going 6-1, it's really hard to get a good slur because it's a long distance right there. A really great alternate position for that F is to stay in 6th position, and it makes it real easy to slur. Right? And then the next two notes, that G up to the D, G is in 4th, and a really great alternate position for that D is also 4. So you can just stay in 4 for those. All right, so we have 6, 6, 4, 4. And so that's going to make those a lot easier. So I would recommend that you write in those alternate positions because that'll make that little section right there a lot easier. So I'm going to do just this first little section up to where the piano plays. Okay, here we go. All right, so you can see how I did those alternate positions there. It really does. You'll find that it's going to be a lot easier. All right, so I'm noticing that the next thing that happens here is we go piano. So I got to get a lot quieter right there. And I'm noticing there's a crescendo coming up, which is great because that's really going to help us with these higher notes up here. All right. One thing I want to point out is this F, the high F above the staff right there is naturally very sharp. You're going to want to go out maybe about this far away from your first position. You do not want to play that in first position, otherwise it'll be really sharp. I recommend that you play that with your tuner and kind of figure out where it is, because every trombone player will play that one a little bit differently. So, and besides that F, your G can sometimes be a little bit out of tune. Play that one with a tuner to find out kind of exactly where that is for you. That F sharp, that's going to be in 3rd. The G is in 2nd. And again, tune that F sharp up. The A in 2nd, and then that B flat, you can play that one in 1st. All right, and this whole thing crescendos from here to here, which is actually going to really help us as we're going for those higher notes. Okay, so we're starting out piano and we're ending up forte. So I'm going to play this second little section here. All right. And some people also like to play that high B flat in 3rd. You could do that if that feels better for you, tuning wise. And let's see if there's anything else in there I want to talk about. I think that, yeah, I'd just be really careful about that F right there. And don't forget about so those are B naturals. Those are all in 4th. So make sure that one's a B natural. And yeah, but just tune your F, your G, your F sharp. A is usually pretty solidly in 2nd. And then this can be either in 1st or 3rd, however it tunes most nicely for you. All right, now we're going to move into this next section right here, which is sort of a little chromatic part right here. And I would like to take this moment, being that we have to go out to 7th position, unless, of course, you have a trigger, in which case you can do trigger 2, but probably most of us don't. So going out to 7th position, I would like to introduce you to my favorite way to hold a trombone slide, because it really allows you to reach out extra. If you have super long arms, then it's probably not an issue for you. But like I really have to reach out as far as I can. And when I have my fingers like this, it helps me. I'm not going to lose my trombone and have the slide go falling off onto the ground, which is never a good look. But then I can kind of extend my fingers out when I get to that far, and I still have a good solid grip on it. So I really do recommend this has worked well. I've tried lots of different grips, and I really like this one. And of course, you want to stay away from this where you're reaching out for the bell. That just is going to slow you down in the long run. So if you are still doing that, and even I catch myself from time to time, but keep yourself from doing that. Try out this grip and see if that works out better for you. It also, just the tips of your fingers, because a lot of trombonists are getting really tight right in there, and it makes it hard to move it. So this, just tips of your fingers, a lot of wrist action, and then you can really get out to that 7th position when you hold it like that. So try it out if you'd like to. All right, so I'm going to start off piano, and I'm going to go 6, 7, 6, 5, right? So 6, 7, 6, 5. Let's try that. All right, and I'm crescendoing as I go. Each note is nice and light, and then so 6, 5, 4, 2. All right, so let's put that together. And except you shouldn't slow it down. All right, so now we're kind of back to that first little motif that we had at the beginning. And so remember, on this second measure, let's do 6s for that, da, da. And then let's do 4s for both of those notes, okay? So here we go. All right, and I'm going to pause to move to the next page. All right, talking about this next section right here. And I want to talk about this right here because going down to that D flat and then back to the F is kind of a big distance. So you can do the alternate 6th position right there. So if I play this little section, I can go out to the 6th, which is a lot easier than okay, so 4, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so now this next, we kind of change our feeling right here. So we're going to get more connected through here. We're going to get quieter right here. So let's try this section out. And that sostenuto that we see right there, it means you play more kind of prolonged. You can actually slow it down a little bit, a legato kind of a feeling through there, just a lot more lyrical. So we're sort of switching up the style right through that section. All right, and then to wrap up this section, I'm just going to do this last little line right here. So we're still kind of keeping that sostenuto feel through here, connected. Right here, you'll want to make sure that you're connecting those 2 notes right there. And all right, so let's try that one. And I'm kind of tonguing these a little bit. The second note of that, even it is a slur, but it's not going to sound quite as nice. I think that one kind of requires a tongue, even though you could do a lip slur there. Okay, so that covers that second section. I'm going to come back to do the very last section in another video. So thanks, bye.